Hey guys, what's going on? It's the Phantom here, and today I'm going to be making a Rainbow Six Siege tutorial video on the top 6 best attacker operators. This is basically based on my opinion and a little bit of research, so I hope you guys enjoy.
This is the beginning of meditation.
Monty. Now, there's no real things for his shield except for just weapon skins and charms. I don't have anything because I just recently bought Habana and it reset all my attachments, and I did that on purpose. I was kind of hoping that would happen too, just so I could show you guys this video. Thought I might as well do it now rather than take all the attachments off. So basically, stat wise and personal preference wise and research wise, the LFP586 is a very good weapon, but it's not what you'd want to be using if you're playing Monty, unless you had really good aim and you hit like all of your shots, because it only has literally 6 bullets, and it's just not ideal if you want to be if there's going to be a lot of people on you at once. You don't want to be having to reload all the time, and the recoil is not good if you want to like spam fire. And the damage otherwise is really good compared to the P9, but honestly you'd want to be using the P9 because it has 16 bullets, which is really good. The recoil is not bad at all for spam firing. Reloading is quicker actually, and same fire rate. Damage is a little bit lower, but that's ideal. Now the attachments doesn't really matter. I mean, you don't want to be using suppressor for sure. No matter what, in any situation, it doesn't matter if you want to be silent or not. Suppressor is not the way to go because it takes away damage and range, and it's just not ideal. You'd want to be using muzzle brake because that actually takes recoil away, and that's ideal for this. And underbarrel, don't use just a quick pro tip, don't use laser sights on any of your guns, because let's say you want to peek around the corner, the laser sight is going to show by the enemy team. So if you have this pistol, right, and you're about to peek around the corner, if people pay attention enough, you could see the red laser sight dot, like the dot that comes out because it goes straight and then it hits the wall, and once it hits an object, it like little dot. And I've killed so many people that way a lot of times. Now it just doesn't really matter what weapon skin. I'm just going to put this on because it's like my favorite skin for the pistol. And yeah, now smoke grenade or stun grenade, it's honestly personal preference. I would not do stun grenade though. I'd actually do smoke, because if you're pinned down and you want to get out, you can do smoke grenade. Except for the people who like spray through the smoke, you could get shot. But stun grenade, I don't know. I mean, it's kind of hard to actually get someone to the stun grenade unless they're standing still in a corner and it like ricochets off perfectly enough for it to land right under them. Otherwise, use the smoke. So the next person we'll be talking about is Sophia. That's number 5. And basically with her, I would say you'd want to use the LMGE. The M762, I know it does more damage and has better fire rate. The only problem with it is the capacity. Now, if you're good, if you're that type of person that likes to reload like a lot, you got to get out of that habit though, because you want to be using the LMGE, but the reload speed, like the reload time for the LMGE is very slow. But the good thing about that basically makes up for that, is the 150 bullet capacity. You heard right, 150. Now that's really helpful in the situation. Let's say you're just pushing in on a point, let's say you're just pushing in on point A, and there's like 3 guys in there. You're pushing in. If you only have 30 bullets, I don't think it's ideal for you to be able to use 30 bullets on them without reloading, because you won't be able to have time to sit in a corner and reload your gun while you're getting shot at. So it's 150. I've tested it in Terrorist Hunt. I've tested it in everything. I've tested everything. This is 100% better because it's only 4 damage off the M762, and the fire rate is literally 10 off. And the recoil pattern is not even bad, which is good. It's just a little bit more spread out, but it's not bad at all. It's a really, really good weapon, the LMGE. Now, the attachments you'd want to be using is the ACOG or holographic, either one, but ACOG is honestly what you want to go for. Every weapon that has an ACOG, you want to put ACOG on it. Otherwise, put holographic. And for guns like cap cans, just use the green one. Next, for her barrels, you'd want to use flash hider, or compensator. I've done both, and it's really hard to choose between these two. I kind of switch between the two sometimes, whatever I'm feeling like, but I know, like, flash hider makes her, not flash hider, muzzle, or compensator makes her recoil pattern a little bit more slim, but flash hider, I just feel like it's better, you know? I don't know. But then again, I kind of want to switch over to compensator, so you guys go try. I just honestly stick with flash hider. You guys go check that out yourselves, I guess, but I'm gonna stick with flash hider. That's what I suggest. Yeah, put a grip on, because without the grip, the recoil pattern looks like that, and that's not good. Underbarrel, like I said, the only thing there is a laser. You don't want to be using that. The visual customizations don't really matter, just whatever you guys got. And the M762, if you want to know what's on there, then just the red dot I have. Then I got the muzzle brake on it, the angled grip. Now, the angled grip, okay. Now, Finca, I honestly play aggressive with Finca, and the only reason I'm using angled instead of vertical, if you guys didn't know, angled cuts the ADS, like basically the transition between hipfire to ADS, like from not aiming down to your gun to aiming. ADS is, by the way, aiming down sights, and hipfire, whatever, for the people who don't know that. So hipfire is like when you're not aiming, and ADS is when you're aiming. But from hipfire to aiming, it slashes the time in half. Compared to vertical grip, it's like 2.8, and angled grip is like 1.8 or something like that. I'm just thinking that off the top of my head because I was looking at the stats of them, and I can't remember where I found it, but I'm pretty sure that's what it is. But I just use angled grip on this because there's not a big difference in her recoil pattern, and I can control it pretty well. It just depends on if you can control the recoil well enough or not, because you want good accuracy too. You don't want to have your bullets flying everywhere. Then skin, just, you know, and whatever you guys have. Alright, and then the pistol, nothing much, just the muzzle brake, not the suppressor. The gold, just, yeah, whatever. And the gadget, I suggest Claymore, because with your special, you already have explosives, and you have 2 of them, and then the other one, so I don't think you need more than, like, 2. Yeah. Okay, the next person we will be talking about is number 3, Habana. Now, Habana, I just recently purchased, and I did a little bit of research and a little bit of my own testing. Now I can't really say, like, oh, you should use this and this, because it's a shotgun and that's an assault rifle. They're both really good. The assault rifle is good for themselves, and the shotgun's good for themselves. If you're really aggressive, I'd honestly say, use the Type 89. Well, see, here's the thing though, these are both really good for being aggressive, but I'd say use the Type 89 because honestly the Supernova, it's a good shotgun, but I just don't use shotguns a lot at all because it's the recoil pattern, and just if you miss that one shot, you have to, like, you know, pump and everything, and I just don't think it's worth, you know, the wait now, that because the Type 89 is fast. Now with the Type 89, the attachments I have on it is the ACOG, the compensator. Now, don't just go for the muzzle brake though, because if you read right under it, it says reduces the overall weapon kick for single shot firing. That means if you wanted to switch from full auto to single shot, like, no, because no one ever uses single shot, unless you do, like, that's fine, but I just think that this makes more sense. Now, I know I use flash hider on the other operator that I talked about, but that's because that works best with her. Now, next I have the vertical grip equipped because I know the angle grip, but I play aggressive with her, but I just think that her recoil is not good, so I need to use vertical. Underbarrel, nothing, and then whatever for the visual customization. Shotgun, I just have red dot, and that's it. Now her pistol, I'd just say muzzle brake and just regular for the visual customization, whatever you guys think. Now I'd suggest using the bearing 9 because her pistol is good, but you want more of a full auto sight. Now here's the thing though, if you wanted to use the shotgun, her submachine pistol would completely make up for her assault rifle, and so yeah, that's basically how that works. Okay, so for gadget, I'd say use breach charge because I know she's a hard breacher, but I don't think you'd want to waste your ability on a soft wall that's not been reinforced because honestly, the stun grenade is just not worth it. Because breach charge is honestly better though, because you just want to use this on the soft walls and then your ability on the hard walls. Talk about is number 2, Jackal. Now, I kind of contemplated going over Jackal because everyone just bans him in ranked, but honestly, he's a good op to play if you're not playing ranked for casual. So that's why I made 6 because just if you're just playing casual, that's why. Otherwise, I would have had top 5, but I just wanted to add another one because Jackal didn't really count, but I still added him because he's really good op. So for Jackal, I'd suggest using the C7E because the other guns that he has, the PDW9 and the ITA-12L, it's just the ITA-12L is actually a really good shotgun. I just don't like the PDW9 because I know it shows good the recoil, but the recoil is not. I just really just don't do good when I use it at all. And I know this is basically based on personal preference. If you can steady the recoil and I know it has better ammo, but the C7E is better in so many ways. It's hard to explain. But if you're looking to use a shotgun, I would just suggest just taking the ITA-12S because that's just basically this, but a secondary, and it just does actually a little bit more damage and same mobility, but it has a little bit less capacity, but if you hit your shots, you'll be completely fine. And so for the attachment for this, you want ACOG, the barrel, you'd want compensator. Like I said, if you are a single shot type of person, then you'd want Then you'd want muzzle brake, but other than that, you should keep on compensator, then grip. Okay, now Jackal, I honestly think is aggressive because with his tracking, it's just you're basically hunting people down. So I'd honestly say, because his recoil pattern is not bad, I'd honestly say, in personal opinion, put on the angled grip if you're gonna play him aggressively. Now, there's no real way to if you're gonna play Jackal, he's an aggressive player. So I'd just say aggressive character actually. So I'd just say put on the angled. And next, yeah, just like the visual customizations, whatever. I'll just put on the FR because I like that. It's not really in there too much. For the PDW9, if you want to use this, just ACOG and the vertical grip. Sorry, I think I'm going too fast. Then the barrel is gonna be compensator because I would not suggest single firing with this thing. Weapon skin and the dangle thingy, the charm, just whatever. And basically next for the shotgun, if you're looking to look at the attachment for those, I'd just say red dot or holographic, either one. Those are both pretty good. I'd say red dot though because you could see more. Weapon skin, just whatever. And then the underbarrel, don't put the red dot sight, and the charm, just whatever. And for his secondaries, use the shotgun. If you're already using the first shotgun, then use the pistol. Otherwise, always use the shotgun. The shotgun, put on the holographic, and no underbarrel, weapon skin, whatever, and then just the regular what I said, and the charm, whatever. The USP 40, you'd want the muzzle brake. Never use suppressor, like I said, because it just takes damage and range away, and it just spreads out the recoil pattern, and just not helpful. For the weapon skins, just whatever, whatever you guys want to do. And then for his gadget, honestly, I'd just say breach charge because there's no real, like, smoke won't really help you at all because of your ability. You don't want to be blinded by trying to find people. It's not going to help you get out of any situations either because people are just going to blind fire into a smoke cloud, and you're probably just going to get popped really easily. So I'd just say use the breach charge. So yeah, use his C7E and his ITA12S. We're gonna be talking about for attacker is number 1, Twitch. Now this is on the top of my list, Twitch, because she's a really good op. I basically main her on attacker. I either play her or Habana or Jackal, but I basically play Twitch because I love how she can destroy the cameras and mute placements and cap cans and everything. She's really good. A lot of people use her in Pro League and ranked. I just really think she's a really good op herself. Her best weapon that everyone uses, though, this is not even on personal preference, this is on, like, actual, literally use this, is the F2. The F17 is a marksman rifle. It's a good gun if you know how to use it, but just use the F2. You can use the shotgun, though, but that's just, because shotguns are good by themselves, but, she's meant to be very, like, not too aggressive, but at the same time, you don't want to use the shotgun or anything else. So basically, use the F2. The attachments for that is the ACOG that I'm using, the flash hider. Now the reason I'm using flash hider is because I checked the stats and everything, and I know you'd want to use compensator, but flash hider is honestly better. I've used it in matches. It helps with the recoil pattern, as you can see, and I know the compensator makes the recoil pattern a little bit more slimmer, but the flash hider just makes it less, which is really helpful. It's a big difference in the long run. And you'd want to use vertical grip and then visual customizations normal, no underbarrel. For the 417, if you'd want to use it, I mean, I'm not telling you to, like, I'm not forcing you to not use it, but I'm just saying, suggestion, just don't use it. But for that, you want to use holographic. The barrels, you'd want to use compensator. For the grip, you'd want to use just the vertical, basically. And then for the weapons skins and the other thing, just whatever you want to use. Now next for her shotgun, I'll just put the attachments on there for you just so you can see. The sights, I'd say use holographic or reflex. Reflex actually is pretty good, but holographic because it's more space. You can see vertical grip, and the weapon skins and the charms are just your personal preference. And then for her secondaries, which is the let me see here. Her secondary is the P9 and the LFP 586. Now I said you wouldn't want to use the revolver for Monty because you want more shots, and if you're getting pushed by a lot of people at once, you only have 6 bullets, and it's not helpful if you want to spray fire because the recoil pattern is broken on the revolver. So I'd say use the P9 or the LFP 586. It's honestly on personal preference, but just for the attachments for both of them in case you want to use them. The barrel for the P9 is muzzle brake, and then just my own visual customization. The LFP 586, you'd want to just use no underbarrel and then whatever weapon skin you want to use. And then yeah, that basically covers it for the secondaries for this op. Now the gadget, since you're Twitch, I wouldn't use the Claymore because you basically can just shock people, so I'd say breach charge, and the yeah, basically that's it. Dude, alright. Alright guys, that basically covers it for this video. I hope you enjoyed. I will make another video tomorrow on the top 6 Defender ops, because it's honestly, like I said, this is on opinion and a little bit of research. It's not full on like scientifical this, and this. You have to use this. I'm not forcing you guys to use anything, and yeah. So I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.